We're always concerned about people visiting Death Valley safely in the summer heat. And honestly, 128, 130 versus 120, it's all deadly. So we're not particularly more concerned because it's going to be extremely hot in the next few days. Some tips for visiting Death Valley safely in the summer are to limit your exposure out in the heat. You can't tough it out. Heat does kill. And so stay on paved roads, stay within 5-minute walk of your car so that you always have that air conditioning as a nice, cool refuge to come back to. Do any hiking at low elevation before 10 o'clock in the morning, or go up into the higher elevation part of the park to hike. We don't recommend that people stay away from the park because it's going to be hot. I mean, there's still so many amazing things you can see here in the middle of the summer, and it'll give you a real appreciation for what the plants and animals and people that live their entire lives here deal with. But do it safely. Do it in little bites. Don't go on a marathon. Don't do a long hike at low elevation. And when I say do it safely, I mean stay in or close to your air conditioned car with only maybe 5-minute walks away from that. Much longer than that, and you are really putting yourself in danger. So you're probably used to some of the normal things that you do to deal with heat, such as you wear a hat to keep yourself shaded, you drink plenty of water, you eat salty snacks and small meals throughout the day. All those things are helpful. Here in Death Valley, they are not enough. Even those of us that live here, I've been here 19 years, we stay safe by limiting the amount of time we are out in the heat. At extreme temperatures of 120 and higher, our employee safety protocols say that we're only allowed to work out in the heat for 10 minutes, followed by the rest of the hour, 50 minutes, cooling off in an air-conditioned spot. That's what we do, and we're acclimated. I hope it shows just how serious that heat is. Death Valley has less staff in the summer, not more. And that's because most of our prolonged visitation is in the winter. So we bring on all our temporary workers then, and then they go off and work in Glacier Bay or Yellowstone in the summer and then come back to us in the winter. So we are not well staffed in the summer. Another concern is that regardless of the number of staff, it might be too hot for us to come rescue you. If you have a medical issue and you're here at Furnace Creek Visitor Center or someplace close to a road where we can get to you with an ambulance, of course we're coming if we can. But if you go for a hike and break your leg and you're somewhere a few miles away from the trailhead, that's not something that we can safely do when it's 125 degrees out. We can't walk a mile with a litter, pick you up, and then walk a mile back without putting our own lives in danger. Even more surprising than that is that even the helicopters might not be able to come get you. Our local air ambulance service that we call to help people when there's a life-threatening emergency so quick that our ground ambulance isn't fast enough to get them to the hospital, that air ambulance generally declines to come if the temperatures are 120 or hotter. And that's because hot air is thinner. It doesn't have as much lift for the rotors of the helicopter to be able to take off safely afterwards. So rescue might be too hot for us on the ground and too hot from the air. So keep that in mind and keep yourself close to where we can help you out on paved roads or just 5 minutes away from them.